Happy Tuesday.
Is it happy? That invisible labor is kicking my ass this week. Let me tell you something.
Oh, no, but it's only Tuesday. Is it?
I know.
It's not getting off to a good start.
I know. It's Tuesday, but it's also like end of the month. So like it just feels like this month has been grinding, but also outside is opening. So there's all these things we have to do in preparation to really be outside. And so every day my to-do list is unfathomable. And I really am dragging from like invisible labor to invisible labor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've gotten into a place where the daily grind of cleaning that kitchen every day, twice a day, I just was like, meh, don't care, not doing it. And then I'll wake up in the morning and be like, should have done it.
Yep.
What a difference it makes to wake up to a clean kitchen.
Yeah, that is the hardest part because I feel that too. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but I'm always, thankful to yesterday me for doing it because in the morning I can't focus.
Right. You can't, I can't like cook the breakfast right. I can't, there's just shit everywhere. And so to start your day with shit everywhere is like very stressful. And so, but it's also like, I can't believe I'm the only person that lives here that knows how to clean a kitchen.
It's maddening. I can't even begin to describe the level of fire that rises from my belly into my head. I feel like we've had this conversation. Do your children just leave their socks anywhere and everywhere?
Oh, yes. I pick up socks all day. Children, if you're including my husband, yeah. Yeah.
The sock situation is mind-boggling. I think I pulled like 5 socks from below the basement sofa the other day because I was like, I could never find matching socks for Bennett, and it's because they're behind the sofa in the sunroom. They're under the sofa in the basement. Like, I don't know what compels him to just strip off his socks and just leave them wherever he is. It's so strange.
Well, the other thing is, it when you say sock situation, that's exactly what it becomes, a situation, because at the moment that you, sir, or ladies, decide to take your socks off in the kitchen under the counter or in the living room under the sofa or in the hallway on the way to the laundry room.
Yes.
Or downstairs where you took off your shoes or at the sliding glass door or at my door, which opens to the backyard, or, various other bathrooms, various other places where socks end up. Under the bed, sides of the bed, under the mattress, just under the pillows. Just where they end up is crazy. But at the moment that you decide to discard that sock in the place where it doesn't belong, you've now butterfly affected the rest of my laundry life, because now I'm going to be looking for that pair. I'm going to wash the one that I found, but I'm going to be looking for that other one for eternity. And then I'm going to put it in, we have a thing called sock bin. So I'm going to put the one I can't find, we're waiting for the match to come around.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in the sock bin, but then the sock bin will just start overflowing. And I hardcore do not believe in wearing mismatched socks. I can't do it. I can't let my kids do it. I won't pair mismatched socks. So like every 6 months or so, that one sock just gets thrown out. And then 6 months later, that sock gets found, and it's just like,
yep,
whoever invented socks, I feel like this was part of the evil intention, because socks will never go out of business with this business model.
You're always buying more. Yeah, it's oh gosh, it's one of those things that I'm just like, ugh. And the other day, Quinn, I could tell every single room that she had been in on Sunday, because every single room, I was like, there must be an award for this, Quinn, because I said, I can tell you exactly what you did this morning while I was at work, because you have left a trail of destruction in every room that you've entered into. How?
They just don't care. And it's like it's like every day they say, Mom, I don't need you. I don't need you. I think it's okay if you leave this house forevermore. I think if you say you're going to 7-Eleven and never come back, that's okay. That's the message I get. That's the message I get, because I'm exhausted from this. Like, Shalom, her room is disgusting. And I'm like, how are you a lady? How are you a little lady and your room is disgusting? Like, what happened here? Who do you think you are?
I'm recording from the messiest room in my house, which is Quinn's room. I'm currently looking at, I see 2 cups and a bowl. I am looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 items of clothes on the floor. Are they clean? Are they dirty? I don't know. There are,
oh my God,
Squishmallows and a backpack and a face mask and a piece of paper. The caboodle is open.
But it's like, you don't even have bills. Like, why?
This is your only.
That's all you got to do is get ready for school.
Yeah.
Get ready for school in the well-stocked home that I provide. So why are all these clothes out? And why are they mixed now, dirty and clean? I don't know what's clean and what's dirty.
Oh, I almost went on a murderous rampage the other day because I had put clean laundry into her room. Some days I'll put it away. Some days I don't. I'm trying to encourage her to do that on her own. And I walked by to get her laundry hamper, and the hamper sits on the side of her dresser closest to the door. And on the top, I see a folded sweatshirt that I know is clean because I had put it in there hours ago. But she's decided she doesn't want to put it away, so she's going to put it back in the laundry. I was like, I can't believe you just did this. I was like, I suspect that this happens more often than I'd like to admit that it does, but this is blatant disrespect. I was like, you get this. And then I continued to pull like at least 3 more things out that I knew for sure were clean. Lazy.
But it's also like, Justin has gotten on me about just, how brutal and hardcore I've been talking to the girls lately, but I'm also tired. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And, I'll just be like, listen, I have to break it down to you in ways that you can understand. Nobody likes the dirty girl. I'm just going to tell you that. You're going to get into a college setting. You're going to get into an environment that is shared. You're going to get into a community setting. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Nobody wants to be around the girl whose underwear are on the bathroom floor. I don't. Ball your shit up. Everything, ball it up. If it went in doubt, ball it up.
Yeah.
Ball it up and put it in the proper container, because I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with any of y'all. And Shira thinks every day is a fucking fashion show. Mm-hmm. She changes her clothes 10 and 12 times a day. The rappers. Why did you first? And it's not just the big rapper. It's the piece that they ripped off. The small piece. Mm-hmm. The small piece. That errant piece that gets. So you had to make a tear, and then get the thing out.
Yep.
And so that small piece is just going to be floating around. And I find that small piece or the straw wrapper everywhere all the time. And I don't know what it is inside me that just, I fly into a rage straight up.
Oh.
Just.
The audacity. The Danimals, the little foil lid on the Danimals.
Yep.
You have to walk.
I find her.
You have to walk by my garbage can, my kitchen garbage. If you leave the table and walk to the sunroom, which is a high traffic pattern in my house, you have to walk by the garbage can. If you leave the sunroom and go to another part of the house, you have to walk by the garbage can. It is a central location. So why do the Danimals hang out on the kitchen table, on the bar, on the little corner of the counter into the sunroom with the little foil? I want to murder someone.
Why? And I just started the Prozac, and I'm about to call the doctor and be like, is there such a thing where your body is getting used to it and things get worse before they get better? Because I'm having wild thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, is it supposed to kick in?
It takes a minute. It takes a minute.
Because today, you wake up and you have the ticker up. First I have to do this, then I got to do this, then I got to do this, then I got to do that, then I got to get here, then I got to get there. And I was defeated before I even stood up. I was like, that's a lot to have to do. That's a lot in a short amount of time. And I did it. And what's crazy is, like, your brain will confuse you. Your brain will be like, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. And then you'll feel overwhelmed. And then you'll get into doing it. And while you're doing it, you're angry because, there's no reason why there should be this much to do at this time in the morning. Because if everybody was doing their part, we wouldn't have this much to do this early in the morning. And, a half an hour later, you've completed a lot of things. But still, I'm just like, how? And I really thought that with outside opening, I don't know why I believed this, that it would free up time. That was cute. Because there's no time, Amanda. There's no time.
Yeah. Now, school's winding down, and I know that this really doesn't, for Maja and Shira, this really doesn't make a difference. But do you like summer break? Are you excited for summer break, or no? You're just like, it's the same shit, just a different season.
No. This time I'm very excited because they are enrolled in, I'm baby stepping them into a camp situation because I'm exhausted. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
It was 100 and, I guess the other day the teacher was like, it's our 152nd day of school. And I was like, are you shitting me? Really? I've been doing this for 100. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So it's been 972,000 million days. And I can't, I'm spent. I'm done. I'm at the point in my life where, like, I'm waking up and, like, random things in my body hurt. Like, bitch, when did this start? What?
Mm-hmm.
What? So, yeah, I do like summer break. It's coming and I'm excited about it because, not that I think I'm going to have more time to do anything more or relaxing or self-care type stuff. Just the quiet. Just the, they're in a place and someone else has to deal with them. That's what's exciting.
And then they come home tired. I love that. I love a summer afternoon. We've been out all day. They've played. They've had a great time. And then they come home and you shower them off and then they put on their jammies and then it's just quiet. They fall asleep easily.
Yeah. I'm going to really like that because right now, pandemic style, it's we shower when we want to shower and we hang out and we need to be cuddled and we want to talk all goddamn night. Listen, bitch. Like, it feels like with summer there'll be an opportunity for me to, like, actually clock out. Maybe not every day. I'm not saying that, but, like, just a time to rest.
Yeah.
Because this has been, it's been a lot. It's been a long, and I can't tell if, like, the Prozac gotta, like, work harder or if I need to increase the dose because, bitch, it's been 2 weeks. Why am I not happy?
Well, I think that, 2 weeks, I mean, it might take a little bit longer. It has to build up in your system. And if it doesn't, if you're still not finding relief, then yeah, I would explore a higher dose. I noticed with mine, I started off super low, like 50 milligrams of my meds, and had noticed the last time around that I took them that I needed to up it. So I took it up to 75, and that seemed to kind of be the magic number. So I think that, you know.
50 milligrams is low?
Well, I don't take Prozac. I take Zoloft, generic Zoloft. So I'm sure that the dosage is different.
Maybe I need to increase my shit because I'm only at 20 milligrams and I feel like nothing's happening. I feel actually angrier.
Oh, no.
I feel more tired and more like out of sorts and more overwhelmed, which is weird because now I'm starting to think maybe I don't need to be on this because before I took it, I was getting a lot more shit done. Yeah. So, like, is it dragging my body down?
Well, and different strokes for different folks. Some things, you know, and maybe if it worked for you in the past, I mean, I don't know if your body shifts, but I do remember that when I was put on mine, the doctor was like, do you have anybody in your family currently taking one of these medications? And I said, yeah, I knew my sister had been taking it, and she had had success. And so she was like, that's a good sign. Like, typically if you have a family member taking something and they respond well, then you're more likely to. So maybe just wait it out and see, and then follow up if you don't find that, you know, that it's working as it should be.
But, you know, I also feel like maybe this is just normal exhaustion.
It's been a long year. It's been a long year.
Right. Of constant children in the face. And I also feel like everybody's very excited about this new beginning of outdoor. And I'm just like, why are you excited? You didn't even do shit. I'm not kidding. I have a lot of weird resentments about people that are excited about, oh, it's a new beginning. Motherfucker, you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You wasn't even
in the house
down the way I was.
Yeah.
But I should probably just let that go and let people be excited.
Yeah.
About the new lease on life that they have that they shouldn't even have because they didn't even do shit. Shalom got vaccinated yesterday.
Oh, good for her. She feeling okay?
She said I offered her to stay home from school today if she'd like, if, you know, she wanted to like wait it out and see if she had any symptoms. And she's like, no, I feel fine. My arm just hurts. So
nice.
And it was one of those things where, like, I was very concerned about it.
Yeah.
You know, just because of the weird period stuff that I personally had and that anecdotally I had heard other women say they had. But you know what it was? I do believe that that's temporary. And I also, I just need that peace of mind. I need it. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Quinn was asking today, she was saying, you know, do you think that we'll have to wear masks in the fall? And I said, well, you know, I'm sure the school will make their own decision. I know that they're running vaccine clinics so that kids can get, you know, 12 and up can get vaxxed, you know, during the school day. But I said, you know, it might be tricky for the lower grades. I would assume that they would require, you know, her grade and below to continue masking. And then I said, and then once everybody, you know, turns 12 or, you know, whether or not they open it up to younger ages, I'm sure that they'll make decisions based off of, you know, kind of what's currently going on in the district, in the county, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I have a feeling that they're going to open it up to all children. Because in the state of New York City, actually, de Blasio was like, school this fall will be open 100%, no remote. So, I don't know what that means for masking, but all them children are going to be in all the buildings. And there's no way to be socially distanced. So I'm thinking they're banking on an approval for younger kids to have it so that we can have normal school. And listen to me, I am ready for normal school because for me, like, this is what I have deserved this whole time. Like, I have suffered, okay? So I need... I cannot wait for all of them to get the fuck up out of here by 8 a.m. Can't wait.
What are you going to do with all your time?
Work, but still.
Yeah.
It's going to be... Something happens to your brain when you're forced to, like, multitask on the level that we've been forced to multitask. And, like, I can't remember shit.
Yeah, same.
Shit is foggy. Right?
It's crazy. It's upsetting. It's because it's caused some big headaches. But oh my gosh, same.
Like, what kind of stuff are you forgetting? Like, important shit?
Like that day that we scheduled a meeting, and I thought it was a whole week before it was supposed to be.
Oh, and we'd be looking a fool ass. Yeah.
Forgetting to register because now for karate, I have to register Bennett if he's going in person. Completely forgetting to sign him up because they have class limits. Forgetting that. Totally forgot today was Lennox's field day. Dressed him really nicely. Didn't put sunscreen on my white child. So I'm sure he's going to come home sweaty as fuck and sunburnt.
Sweaty as fucking sunburnt in his 3-piece suit. Because how are you supposed to know it was field day?
I unearthed, like yesterday I went down and went through the bags of because I save all of Bennett's clothes. And so I went down and I started pulling out like the 6-7 stuff for summer. And cute polos, cute little button downs, non-soccer shorts. And so I sent him today in this cute little gray polo and some little dark gray shorts. He looked so handsome. And it was totally field day. So good job for me.
Oh, Justin is now understanding, what the compound structure of, hour to hour parenting is, because I need help now that they have activities. So, Tuesdays is a very busy day around here. We've got soccer, we've got Krav Maga, we've got, if she missed speech class yesterday, which that was another thing I forgot yesterday. Every Monday, she's supposed to log on at 2:00 for speech, and it's not something I can miss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Maja needs speech therapy. The motherfucker cannot pronounce an R to save her life, and I can't tell if it's a Long Island thing or if it's a Maja thing, or even if it's fixable. But like, these are things that I can't afford for the girl to miss, and I'm just like. And I have every alert, girl. I have every alert. And things just fall by the wayside because there's just too much incoming information and too much expectation of outgoing execution. So I'm just spread so thin. And now that I've enrolled them in things, it's got to be, Justin, you have to be home by, and they're dumb, weird times. They're not things anybody can remember. Justin, on Mondays, you have to be home by 3:15. On Tuesdays, you have to be home by 3:38. Like, what?
Yeah.
Because I need the help. And then when you're here with this child, I'll go here with that child. And then, oh yeah, I forgot, we also have no milk. So it's like, and because outside is open and I don't want to pay them service fees no more to Instacart, I'm trying to incorporate going back to the supermarket. Motherfucker, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's a lot. 3 kids and different activities going every which way. Yeah.
And I was upset about 3 kids in the house. I thought I was doing a lot when there were no activities. When I was the activity, I was upset. But now I'm not the activity and I gotta haul them to the activity. And I'm just like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't get paid enough for this.
It's
I'm
tricky.
serious.
On Tuesdays, we have busy Tuesdays too. And so I work. Quinn has gymnastics. And so I get them from school. I bring them home. I drive her up to gymnastics. And then I turn around. I come back down. I drop the boys to Chris at work. So then he takes over because he's then got to do pick up from gymnastics at 7. Then I go back to the other part of town. I work. And then it's a lot of coordination. And it's becoming increasingly more difficult the more stuff that they're doing.
Dude, I've just like put stuff in Justin's calendar, but he'll still text me in the morning like, what are today's things? And I'll be like, it's in the calendar. It's in the calendar. Because the other thing is, I don't really even know until the calendar thing tells me it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing that I just memorized, because I have all these other things to do, like the washer and the dryer, like the dishwasher, like this podcast, like the laundry, like the fucking, vaccinations, like the haircuts, like and. And it's just like, bitch, I need an assistant.
Do you ever keep a paper calendar?
No. Like the thing that like organized people have on the wall.
That, or like I keep a paper day planner, because I have to be able, like, I can't do a digital calendar. I have to see my day. So I have like an hour by hour day planner so that I can see as I'm, scheduling orthodontist appointments and stuff like that. Like, oh no, I can't do that because I've got to pick this one up here, or I'm at work, or I got this going on. It's helpful, at least, to see a day at a glance.
Maybe that's what I got to do. What I'm really hoping for is 8 o'clock, they're the fuck out of here. And then we'll see what happens at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's my main goal, because my brain is fried. Yeah. I'm like I could lay down right now. Mm-hmm. I could literally get back in the bed right now. And that's not like me. Either that's exhaustion or I'm depressed.
Yeah. It might just be a little mix of both. I think that it's unrealistic, really, at this point. I mean, anybody that's, stayed home and, done their part in the last year. I guess, everybody's dealt with some kind of trauma to some degree, life being out of whack. So I think, don't be too hard on yourself, because I think that it's, how else are you supposed to respond?
Right. And like, I need men in women's lives, men in the lives of the women who have given birth to their children. I need y'all to just either don't walk past that sock or don't say shit.
Right.
Don't say shit. Because one comment, even an observation, I'm picking up a tangy tone to it, and now you done pissed me off.
Yeah.
And don't say things like, "Did you take your medicine today?" Don't say that.
Ooh, are you on your period? Don't.
And I like to be like, yeah, I got the Pfizer vaccine last month, so I've been on my period for 89 days. Okay?
It is raining blood. Don't talk to me.
Oh, it's raining blood. Hallelujah. It's raining blood. I don't have to fuck. That's how... I'm serious. I really need this Prozac. Maybe I need to kick it up to 50 milligrams, because...
Maybe. Call your doctor and find out. Ask, what's like a acceptable waiting time for this to kick in, and then, do that. And then if not, then say, okay, how do I, kick it up?
No, but is it normal? I got to Google when we get off the phone. Is it normal that you start taking it and the fog gets heavier as your body's adjusting? Is that a thing that happens?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because I felt like I was managing and I was fine before I restarted. Now that I've started, I'm like, oh, no. Like, my body is tired, and I'm also very angry. And, like, have had to limit all news intake, because that's just another fog. Can't get into it. Not doing it. Not going to do it. So, which is terrible, because I'm a person that likes to stay informed. I don't know shit that's going on in the world right now, because I've had to shut that off. And that is a privilege, and I understand that. but for the purposes of self-care, I cannot do it. I can't do it right now. I have to do camp forms. I have to do... Oh, speaking of camp forms... Family camp is this weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned that. What in the world is family camp? It sounds terrible. And I like that kind of thing.
Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay positive because I'm not allowed to say anything out loud about it.
Okay.
Because Justin Beck is like, you're spiking the punch. You're ruining it before it even starts. And I want our kids to have a good experience. And I'm like, they can have a good experience and you could take their ass and I could have a nice little 3-day break. But you don't want to do that.
Okay, so let's talk about it neutrally. Have you ever gone to family camp before? Let's start there.
Never.
Okay.
Bitch, I've never gone to camp. I don't do that.
So why this year?
So our lovely Israeli friends who are super into nature and all that shit, bless them, love them. I do love them. I love stimulating conversations with them. We go to the park with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this woman has a walking stick. She's just that kind of person.
Uh-huh.
And she's lovely. And somehow, some way, they've been our kind of pod family for things that we do outdoors together because they've also been very careful. And it came up that over Memorial Day weekend, they would be going to family camp. And I don't know why I made the mistake of saying the shit out loud. I was like, did you know that our friends are going to family camp? Just like, oh, really? What's that about? My dumbass. Why did I say it out loud? Why did I do that? We get to Googling it, and Justin's like, that sounds cool. I'm like, does it? And, it's basically a kibbutz.
What's a kibbutz?
In the Catskills. It's like just community living with other super hippie liberal Jews.
Is it like whatchamacallit? Dirty Dancing or Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? Is that family camp or that's just vacation?
That's probably vacation because there's working toilets. I would love it if it was like Dirty Dancing, bitch. If I could be wearing cutoffs and have my beautiful curls blowing in the wind and, be learning dance moves with a shirtless, oiled Justin Beck, that would be lovely, fabulous. And then I could, top it off with a nice little catered dinner. That would be cool. But this is vegan and vegetarian kosher meals that I can already guarantee my kids will not be eating, and there's going to be a lot of complaints. Listen, I'm spiking the punch.
Okay.
Let me get back to neutral.
Let's neutral. Here we go.
The good news about it is Shalom and I are deep in Hebrew school. We're getting it deeper into, learning our prayers and stuff, and learning some history stuff and traditional stuff, ways of life of the Jewish people in diaspora. So that'll be nice to immerse ourselves in this lovely group of people. And, it'll be a good bonding experience for our family. The thing that I'm concerned about is there's no air conditioning.
Ew.
It's a community bathroom.
Ew.
And there's no chicken nuggets and fries. Okay. So
where do you sleep, like in a cabin or a tent?
Each family gets their own cabin, and you outfit it. So you bring your own bedding, you bring your own pillows and sheets and whatnot. I was told that, at this time of year, it gets cool at night. So, you do need blankets and stuff. You're not going to be in there sweating. But it's still the elements to me. You know what I'm saying? I need a dehumidifier. I need air conditioning. I have skincare. I have skincare that I'd be doing. What are we doing with that?
Yeah. I'm
just going to go into this public restroom and do my skincare. I'm sorry. This cream costs $189. I'm And the funny part about it is my my Israeli friends have been very open with me about, how they're concerned about how I'm going to handle it. They're like, I think it's going to be good for your family, except you, Melissa. And I'm like, okay. The husband was like, how shall I put this? How shall I put this? The accommodations are shitty. I was like,
oh,
okay,
no.
cool.
He didn't even say rustic. He didn't even try to soften it.
And so I've been having a lot of anxiety about it leading up to this. And I've just had nobody to talk to about it because Justin doesn't want to hear it. I've even tried to commiserate with Shalom. I'm like, aren't you like worried? Like, what if you get your period? And like, she's like, Mom, here's the thing. It's going to be fine. So what if we don't like the food? What's 3 days? Like, big whoop. I'm like, with no Wi-Fi, you say that now. But you're going to be tripping. She's like, it's fine, Mom. She's like, really? I just want to go because I want to see you miserable. And I was like, okay. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, I feel like everybody's excited about it because I'm going. I've suddenly become the attraction in this mess.
Are there, like during the day, I would assume there's like planned activities, like do you swim? Do you play volleyball? Like what is that?
Swimming. I don't. In a body of water?
Oh, that's right. You don't do that.
I won't be doing that. And my children won't be doing that either because there are brain-eating amoebas. You could put your little foot in there if you want.
What about like a canoe?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not going in that. I survived the pandemic, but I drowned in a fucking kayak. Absolutely not. No, there's my friend was like, I'm bringing my Rummikub set. I hope you'll want to play with me, which I do love Rummikub. Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll douse ourselves in DEET.
Yeah.
And then, play some family board games. There's, the children can go hiking.
Cute.
The children can, there's a whole entire room filled with recyclables and whatever. And the children for the week create an art project, so they can take whatever they want out of this pile of, let's not call it garbage.
Yeah.
They can take whatever they want out of this pile of crafting supplies that have been donated, and they'll make artwork, which is nice because, Maja is a very crafty person. Mm-hmm. Also, our friends have 3 daughters the same age, so like everybody will have a person. We'll be paired up, but our friends also know other people at this camp, so I'm just like, I'm concerned.
So Justin is excited? Like, this doesn't seem like in his like area of like things he wants to do.
Justin is excited. He thinks it's going to be so great for the girls. But you have to remember, Justin Beck also has been in a touring band since he's 14 years old. So shitty accommodations don't bother him. He doesn't. Yeah. That's awesome. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Give him a baby wipe. He's cool. He's disgusting like that. So I think he's excited about it because of the cultural aspect, and I think that's important for our kids. I think it's a very cool thing that we're doing for our kids. I just don't understand why I have to participate.
It'll be good. I think you'll have fun. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You'll have to check them for ticks, though, every night when they get back. You're going to have to take, like, tweezers. Mm-hmm. Have you ever removed a tick?
I've never removed a tick. I just know that if that happens, it's real world Seattle, and now we've got problems.
Just make sure they have hats, tight fitting clothing when they go on their hikes.
What are you talking about? There's a checklist of things that I have to do. I'm not even prepared. I haven't done any of it.
Okay, well, good. Well, then
I don't have the linens chosen. I don't have.
It's okay.
Listen, It's also going to be a lot of small talk and getting to know people. So there's an anxiety level here that I'm talking about. So it's not just out. This is like a full-on assault of everything I am as a person, is the part that people aren't like. This is the part. So like, I haven't been able to talk about it because Justin's like, I don't want you talking about it in front of the kids because you're gonna taint it as a negative experience before we even start, which I respect and I understand. But like, there's a lot that is concerning me outside of this. So, you know, showering with my little flip-flops on, showering my children with their little flip-flops on, you know, walking back to our little camp in our little towel and, hey, Janice, don't talk to me, Janice. I'm in my towel.
Do you have a robe? Take a robe. Shower in your swimsuit.
Oh, what the hell point is that?
Well, then you don't have to worry about being exposed.
And then take your wet swimsuit. Ugh, that sounds dreadful. But also like the small talking.
Yeah.
It's and then I was like, you know, what should we wear? And she was like, oh, don't bring any clothes that you like. I was like, oh God. She was like, so just wear garbage all week. I was like, cool. This is sounding very exciting for me. There's also going to be like, you know, campfire discussions and whatever. And every evening the children are encouraged to sing and dance. So I was like, yeah, Justin, why don't you bring your little banjo? Why don't you bring your little hand drums? Why don't you bring your tambourine? Why don't you bring your guitar? Huh? This is such a nice trip. Why don't you do that? And of course, he's like, I'm not bringing that. That's crazy. And my Israeli friends are like, oh my God, they would love that. You should bring your instruments. I was like, yeah, Justin, Mr. Let's participate and have all the fun. Why don't you bring your instruments? Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the
Is
Beck
there
family
nothing
band.
worse than a person playing acoustic guitar by fireside? Oh.
I think you'll have fun. Actually, I can't wait to hear about it. We're going to have a whole episode about Melissa's time at family camp. So when do you leave? Do you leave Friday? Saturday?
Friday.
How long does it take you to get there?
I don't know. That's winding roads and shit. I don't know. It's far. It's far.
And then you'll come home Monday?
God willing, I come home Saturday, okay? Because, listen, I'm going to try to be positive. You're right. I'm going to try to be positive. This will be the first time camping with my family. It'll be nice exposure for my children. It'll be a nice cultural thing that we're going to do for them. And, you know, am I upset that I was also invited to Crystal's fucking barbecue this weekend? And I can't go to that? And Justin was like, is that what you're really upset about? That this is falling at the same time as Crystal's barbecue? And I was like, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
And because Justin was making a joke, he was like, when you get around black people, he's like, it's like watering a plant. He's like, you just get so... He's like, you come alive, you perk right up, you're so happy. And he was like, and you know, as white people start to integrate inside you, you know, it's like your joy gets stolen. I was like, that's not true. But yeah, it's. Please make me shut up. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be
What
great.
did you want to talk to me about? What happened with your
promise.
neighbor again? What happened with your neighbor again?
Oh, so last night I was taking out the garbage and she was sitting out in the front lawn with her dog, and we just started, I haven't talked to her in forever, and so we started a little bit of small talk, and she said that Lennox had been over the other day and he was talking about his little friend at school. He has this little boy that he's just enamored with, and we hear about him all the time, and I guess he was telling her all about his best friend. And then I said, Chris and I had been joking because I don't even know why I did this. My children go to school in a district where there are some really, really well-to-do families, like crazy, crazy money. So Chris had been dropping the kids off at school one day. Lennox's little friend was in the car rider line in front of him, and whatever car this parent was driving, Chris was like, holy shit, do you know how much this car costs? Like, I don't even know what it is because I don't like that shit, but he's a car guy, and this was like dumb money in a car. So
was
then,
it a Tesla? Was it a G-Wagon?
Oh, no. I mean, like, money, like a Lamborghini, Maserati, some shit like that.
Who the hell's dropping their kid off in a Lamborghini?
Okay. So
I have the picture. Continue.
Dumb money. So anyway, so then for some reason last week we had like seen this family at the park, and I got nosy and I was like, I'm going to Google them. I want to see what they do. So I Google them, and then I find their address. And so I was like, of course I have to go look at the Zillow listing. It is a 30,000 square foot home. It is palatial. And so I tell Chris, I was like, bro, you're not going to believe this house. And so I pull it up and show him. And he was like, I told you. He was like, he was driving this car. And I was like, I just thought maybe they had a really nice car, but they lived in like a normal house. He was like, well, I guess, such and such will never be slumming it over here spending the night. So anyways, this conversation led into me explaining to my neighbor the dumb money that this child's parents have, the crazy house that they live in. And she's like, oh, well, do they have like a little house before you get to the big house? Because my daughter's friends have one of those. And I was like, no, we haven't run into that yet. But I said, this is kind of like the first crazy place that we've run into. And so then it started into like, the name brands and the things that because her kids are preteens and teens, the things that they're wanting. And she was like, of course we're going to do it. And you guys are going to eat, 99-cent mac and cheese for the next 2 weeks. Like, she seriously has been adjusting their family budget to accommodate the things that these children want to wear. And I'm like, holy shit. Like,
what?
Yes. And she was like, and I know kids are just desperate to fit in, and I know that means so much. And listen, I get that. I understand I know firsthand the feelings of, wanting to have something that the other kids have, and, your parents won't buy it for you because they don't think you need it, or it's too expensive, or they can't afford it. But I would never in a million years adjust our family food budget or whatever to accommodate my child's desire for a $200 pair of shoes.
That would never happen. We're not doing that.
So I was just, it got me thinking, because not everybody in our district is, dumb money. A lot of people are just, regular, middle class, upper middle class. I don't even know. Like, my kids don't, they ask for nice stuff, but I don't even know how. I'm at a loss for words, obviously.
So she really is going to have them eating ramen noodles so that they can wear
yes
vineyard vines or whatever the fuck they're wearing out there?
Yes.
Okay, well, first we need to start off with what are the brand names that the kids have to wear? Because I already reject that 100% wholeheartedly.
Oh, well, you know what? This is very telling. So when I was dropping Lennox off for school last week, the seniors do this thing where they like do a little parade through each of the schools. And so the seniors were lining up in their robes outside of the school getting ready to go in. Quinn looks at the girls and she's like, none of them are wearing Air Forces. I was like, what? Seriously? So it's going to be, Vineyard Vines is a thing. Lily Pulitzer is a thing. Obviously North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, like the nice outerwear brands. Let's see. Girls are wearing Lululemon. Moms are buying the expensive athleisure from Athleta Girl. There is actual Uggs. We buy the off-brand Uggs.
Bear paw all day, bitch.
Oh, Kookaburra. You can get Kookaburra at Kohl's.
Kookaburra by Uggs. Thank you. Same
yes.
shit. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, like Under Armour. I mean, and it's not like crazy expensive stuff, but it's like, you can buy the same you know, you don't have to spend $50 on a pair of soccer shorts for your kid. It's that kind of stuff. Like, it's all name brand.
Yeah, we're not doing that. My kids stay in H&M and Old Navy all day, every day.
Right?
Well, here's the thing. When we first moved, when Justin first found this house, I had experience with this area because I had worked in it before, and I knew that it was, it was moneyed people, and my experience with the people that lived in this town wasn't great. They were, rich and cunty. That's I'm gonna just say that. So he had to convince me to move here, and I was like, I really don't want to do it. And one of my arguments was, we're going to raise kids in that environment. That's what you want to do. Like, I'm Shorty and Mercy's daughter. I didn't grow up having a lot of shit. And I also truly believe in, not keeping up with the Joneses. I believe in individuality, and I don't think my kids have to do all the things that the other kids are doing. I don't believe in fitting in. So I was like, to move here is a choice, and what you are saying to me is now that we are going to actively espouse basically a fucking total punk rock attitude, because we're not doing any of this. We are going to be completely anti-establishment. We're not doing that. And he was like, he's like, that's already how it's gonna be. It's who we are, like, don't worry about it. And I'm like, you say that, but you're not the parent that's in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not ever gonna be, in a dressing room with his daughter crying about we can't afford the blah, blah, blah. That's going to be me having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I started from the very beginning, early on. Just like, basically, you have to turn them against that shit. So that they don't want it. You have to make them think that conforming is, who would do that? And
how do you do that? Because I've tried, and come first grade, Quinn requested a North Face coat for Christmas.
We're not doing that.
Like, what first grader knows what North Face is?
No, we're not doing that. Here's the coat, I gotcha. Live it up. And the other thing is for the most part, I mean, God bless it. Shalom she's done great. She's completely shunned the whole popular girl look and lifestyle. She's not interested in what they're wearing. She's not interested in what they do after school. She doesn't care about where they're going on the weekend. It does not move her in any way that they don't talk to her. She doesn't give a shit. So whatever we did our job. But who knows what's going to happen to Maja and Shira? That could happen. But like, it's also the parents. There's a thing that, like, the parents also keep up with this weird, oh, we're doing that too. Oh, we go to this place too. And we're in this country club, and the moms wear this and the dads do that. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
Ours all, like, it's weird. Cincinnati, like, vacations in Naples, and they vacation in this place called Longboat Key, which was actually kind of near where Tampa is. But it's odd, like the weird places that everybody vacations, or they go to Michigan. A lot of them have houses in Michigan, and they go there for the summer. And it's just like, that's not our life. Oh, Michigan in the summer is actually really nice.
Oh, is that like Ozark shit?
I don't know. I've never been to the Ozarks, but we did. Chris had always wanted to go, and so the summer before Lennox was born, we went up and stayed in a town called Petoskey, and it was really lovely. Like, there were like little farms to go to and apple orchards, and the lake was cold as shit, but it was nice. We went and rode bikes around Mackinac Island, and it was cute. Like, I would definitely go do it again. But that's like a popular, vacation spot. It's close, so it's an easy drive.
How do you foster individualism in a place where the children are pressured to have certain things and be a certain way? I feel like my kids had an advantage because their parents were already not, like Justin's not in finance.
Yeah.
He drives a forklift and plays a guitar, and their mom isn't white. So like they already were coming at it as we're different, so there's no reason for you to expect me to be like you guys.
Yeah.
Which I'm thankful for, because if Shalom wanted to be that way, I would be really disappointed. There was a time there where she wanted all the justice clothes like all the girls had, and I was like, ugh. And I entertained it, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah. I'll entertain things here and there. But I think the other thing too, as it relates to just like clothing and stuff like that, I'm like, you're growing out of things every 6 months. So I'm not investing. She wanted a pair of like custom Air Forces. And I was like, when your feet stop growing, I would happily buy you a pair, and you're going to have to take really good care of them because they've got to last you for forever. But, as fast as they grow, I'm not trying to like, sometimes I'll spend money on Bennett's things just because I know they're going to end up being Lennox's, and they'll, a t-shirt from like a nice button down from like a boutique will last longer and it'll wash better than something that I just pick up at Old Navy. But it's it adds up, and it's so expensive, and it's just like, it's impossible. And I can't imagine, how it's going to be when they're teenagers. I hope that they avoid it. And Quinn's not, she's cool. Like, I mean, I blew her whole mind when I took her to the thrift shop a few weeks ago. She was in heaven. So I'm hoping that maybe we can continue to
nurture that side.
Yeah.
Nurture that kind of like different thing.
Yeah.
Because the things these girls are wearing out here is crazy. We're talking about fourth graders who want French tips. Like, why are you getting acrylic on your nails? You're in fourth grade.
Okay, thank you, because I was being bullied by my 11-year-old this weekend because I will not let her get acrylics. I was like, first of all, you're 11. Second of all, do you have acrylics money? And it's going to ruin your nails, and you cannot do gymnastics in acrylic nail. I mean, she's sending me shapes, designs. I looked at her iPad the other day doing my safety check. There must be 15 tabs open with nail art. I'm like, oh my God, you can get like a regular manicure, and that's it.
No, my girlfriend just told me that her daughter has been writing her notes and texting her every day, can I please have the tips? And it's just like, why though? You can't do sports with them.
Right.
And also, bitch, the nail salon is my place. Okay? I'm tired. This is where I go to relax. I don't want to look at your... And that was one of the first things I noticed when I moved to this town is, you have to find your nail salon, you have to find your dry cleaners, you have to do this, this, and that. Mm-hmm. And the nail salon that I used to go to, it would have a constant parade of children anywhere from the ages of 3 to 16. And in my mind, I was like, why is the baby getting a manicure? That should be a special occasion. But it would be a constant thing, like this was a normal thing.
Yeah.
And what? Like,
yeah.
When Shalom was little, me painting her nails was the activity.
Right? I know. There are children at the nail salon that I frequent too here in town. And it blows my mind. I mean, it's teen girls all the time. And it's not just for dances or special occasions. It's like you can go in on any given Saturday and they're all in there.
Yeah. And who you gotta like start introducing Quinn to like counterculture shit. You got to show her like train spotting. Like
this morning, I think she was watching. What's the movie? What's the Jordan Peele movie where they have the doppelgangers?
Us.
Yes, she was watching that this morning.
Okay, good start. It's a good start.
She likes that. I mean, she watches all kinds of shit. She was like yesterday, she goes, "Can I watch Legally Blonde?" I said, "Yeah, that's fine." She's like, "Well, it says it's language and sexual like innuendo." And I was like, "That's fine." I was like, "It's nothing you haven't seen before." So no, she does like, I mean, she does like counterculture, like, you know, pop culture and stuff like that. She's like super into Olivia Rodrigo. She was asking for her merch the other day. I was like, okay, yes, we can support this.
Well, Olivia Rodrigo is pop, though. She's like a pop sensation.
Yeah, I know, but she's like
Olivia
also
Rodrigo
Filipino,
is
so
mainstream. I've held. I want to listen to everybody. JJ is a fan. Megan is a fan. Everybody's like, Melissa, you have to do it, and I've been holding off. I really want to, but I've just, you know, it's Taylor Swift music.
I know.
But she's Taylor Swifty, and I'm just like, is this really what I'm doing with my post-pandemic life? All this freedom, and I'm just going to get into a Taylor Swift album? Well, let me clarify first of all. This is a Filipino Excellence household, and yes, I will get around to listening to that Olivia album because we love a Filipino out here, and I did love Driver's License, so I'm not going to allow the fact that she is a, Swiftie to deter me from enjoying her music. So let's just clarify that. Second of all, wow, that was a lot of complaining. I will try not to do that next week, and next week I won't have anything to complain about because the camping trip will have been behind me. Oh my God, wish me luck. Now, time for you to hear about all the ways that you can support Imperfect Strangers podcast in the ways that you're already doing it, or if you're new here, this might be new information. Thank you so much for listening to Imperfect Strangers podcast, your new favorite podcast. We have an Instagram that's really important to our podcast because it's where you get a visual representation of the show every week. We call it the interactive story. The interactive story lives in the highlights section, so if you can't watch it in real time when the episode launches every Friday at midnight, you can revisit it in the highlights section on our Instagram, which is imperfectstrangers_podcast. The Instagram will give you a summary of the episodes. It gives you previews of each episode, little audio clips. It's a really nice place to hang out, and it's where you can meet all of your friends who will be in the chat every Monday night around 7. So our Monday Night Live happens on Instagram. It is where we sit around and discuss what happened on the episode Friday night, or not. We sometimes don't get around to discussing what happened on the episode Friday night because we're discussing other stuff. But either way, it's a way to hang out with me and Amanda and all of your Imperfect Stranger friends in the chat. We also have a Patreon, so if you just can't get enough of us, there's a Patreon with bonus content, bonus episodes, newsletters, all kind of fun things. Check out that Patreon, figure out which tier applies to you, and sign up. It's great, it's nice, and we put a lot of work into it, so we hope that you like it. You can follow us on Twitter, Imperf Strangers. Ain't really nothing going on over there, but you should just follow us anywhere because social media matters and numbers matter. We don't really care, but apparently it matters. So follow us there. If you like this podcast, tell all your friends about it. Give us a rating. Give us a review. Subscribe to us. Any way you can help us grow will be great. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you again. It's been a wonderful year of Imperfect Strangers on the airwaves. Are they airwaves if it's a podcast? Whatever it is, thank you so much for your continued support. We hope to see you on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend. Wish me luck on this camping trip. See you later. Bye.